Hi, welcome back. On this lecture here, I'm going to show you how to add some JavaScript so that way when we click on this little checkbox here, everything else gets selected. All right, now don't get scared if you never done JavaScript, and if you have, you should already know how to do this. But if you don't know, don't worry, I can help you. And of course, I also have a course on JavaScript that can help you understand JavaScript if you're interested. The first thing that we want to do is go to our admin underscore header, all right, and that's inside admin, of course, inside the folder includes. So we're going to take this out of here and we are going to be placing it under admin underscore footer right below the jQuery.js here. And the reason why we're going to put this on the footer is because we want our scripts to load after everything else on the page. If you put your scripts on the header, most of the time, well, all the time, they're gonna be loading on the header, and that's gonna make your site, your markup load a little slower, a lot slower, and depending on what you're loading there. All right. So once we have that, let's just save it. Let's go to the folder JS inside admin, and then here we're gonna find scripts.js. Inside here, we're gonna add some JavaScript. All right. And what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna show you right now. If I go to view or post, we're gonna be targeting this input right here with this ID, and that is this heading right here. When what we're going to be saying in JavaScript is when I click on this one here, I want you to make all these checkboxes true. And by making them true, of course, they're going to be checked, right? By making actually, when I click on it, they're all going to be checked. That's what I'm trying to say. And when I take it out, they're all going to be unchecked, all right? So that's what we're going to be doing with JavaScript. So we got the ID that we're going to be selecting this with, and we also have, if I go down to it, if I can find it, the other checkboxes, they have a class. We're going to also target its class right here. All right. So now that we know what we're doing, let's go ahead and do it. The first thing is we need to make sure that jQuery is actually working. So we're going to say document.ready. This is a function just to load these functions after the document has been loaded. So this is gonna load every function after everything has loaded, and I just want to say hello there just to make sure that it's working. It would not work since I have a $sign here if jQuery was not installed. All right, so if I refresh, oops, it looked like it did not work, by the way. What am I doing? There we go. It actually did work. All right. So now that we know it's working, let's target that heading radio button there, and we're gonna target it like this. Pound. That's it's gonna be an ID called select all boxes, and we're gonna say something. We're gonna add this other function here called click. So when we click on it, something else is gonna happen, right? That's all we're doing right here. We're gonna bring that down. We're gonna pass a parameter here called event, and we're gonna put an if statement here because we want to check if it's checked first. So if this is checked, then I want you to do something, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that little box that has a class of checkboxes. Each of them have this class, and we're gonna iterate through, and this is what each function is going to do for us. All right, so we can iterate through that object. We're gonna say a function. We're gonna bring this down a little bit, and we're gonna make all these checkboxes true. Checked equals true. All right, this keyword means that we are referring to this object. All right, that's what this is. We're referring to this, and this is referring to this one. All right, that's why we use the keyword this. Should be familiar with that, right? So once we have that, then here we're gonna say else if it's not, if we do the opposite of it, right? We want to grab that. Actually, I'm gonna grab this whole thing again right here. I want to grab that, and I'm gonna make this false. All right, so that should be able to help us out. All right, so let's go ahead and try that right now. Hopefully I didn't mess up because that was actually kind of fast, right? So I'm gonna refresh it here by putting my cursor there and clicking enter, and then when I click on it, aha, it's working now, right? So everything's selected. Now we can go ahead and publish everything at the same time, and you can see that everything's published, or we can go ahead and draft everything. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Or we can go ahead and delete, but I'm not going to delete right now, to be honest with you. We put a lot of effort into making this post, right? So why are we going to be deleting them, right? We already know this works, right? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this lecture here, and we're gonna keep adding some more features. And it was a pleasure, like always. Thank you so much for giving me the pleasure of teaching you this, and I see you in the next lecture. Take care.